Sorry for the delay. This is my fault. This is why I don't need to be doing things anymore. I'm too old for this shit. Be back. Before we begin this, I gotta say that this was the delay was because I didn't know how to set this up. I'm using a brand new software called Prism, and it has failed me badly. And my friend that suggested it, he's gonna be punished. Don't worry, I'll be back in just like 1 minute.
Alright, I'm just gonna mute the stream since it's 30 seconds delayed. Alright.
My head itches, I got lice scars.
Nice.
No.
Are we starting? Are we starting? Nice. Whoa! Why, thank you.
Yep. As Ryan has already said, I am Benny. I make videos on the server, and I basically just goof around. I'm also the survival manager, so I manage survival.
Oh, so explaining who we are. I'm Zen, also known as the one and only founder / owner of Zephyria. I basically just run it, help people with, well, organize stuff, spend ages coding stuff, so then my brain gets fried, and find people who aren't going to completely nuke the server to run as manager. At the moment, they haven't nuked the server, which means that I've picked the right people.
Yay!
I just realized that my mic was muted during that part.
Oh, you're kidding! Your mic was muted during that part.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be hosting this podcast next time.
I fixed it. Sorry. Yeah, this is why
You
I don't do it.
You lost a viewer.
It's back. No, listen.
You lost a singular viewer.
Listen. It's not that big of a deal.
Listen, Linda.
No, listen. I'm not good at this type of stuff, okay? I already said I was, and that's why I'm shocked you gave me full creative control over this. The original idea has changed in the last 24 hours so many times. So, but, is that everyone? Courtney, you need to introduce yourself.
Oh yeah.
Then I will.
Completely forgot about Courtney. Go
Sorry.
Courtney. Go Courtney. Go Courtney. Sorry.
Good job,
I'm
guys.
Courtney. I sometimes stream on the server. And I'm the co-arcade manager. I believe I was
Yes.
promoted.
You replaced someone else.
Yeah.
Then can actually real quick while we're doing this, can you send me the link real quick to this stream in Discord DMs so I can send it to a few friends? But yes, so this, if you're curious
Sure.
what today is going to be about, every single week, and I need to introduce myself in just a second, but I want to get into what this is because we've already been rambling. Safari Weekly every single week on Sunday, other than next week because everyone seems to be gone next week apparently. Next week it'll be starting where we will be having an update talk on Minecraft. We'll just be talking about anything. This week, we're going to be talking about Minecraft updates from 1.12 to 1.21. And we will be skipping drops because we're planning on actually making a whole thing on drops when there's a few more. But if you're curious why we've decided to do this, we want to get Zephyria out there more. Well, I do. I think Zen agrees. Like, we want to get it out there more. And it's something that...
Well, I don't want Zephyria out there. No. I'm kidding.
everyone wants it out there, and we want people to like want to engage with the community. So that's the whole point of this thing. My name is Ryan. I remix most of my YouTube stuff is on the my main channel, Rye Panda, and I remix video game music mainly from Nintendo. And I also play Minecraft a lot, but I'm not really that productive when it comes to Minecraft videos. Like, I'm just not into that space very much. But I do like doing this type of stuff, and I do like discussing it. But yeah. So, I wanted to start by saying, what is everyone's opinion, real quick, just a single sentence or whatever, of everyone's opinion on Minecraft at this very moment?
Kill the warden.
It's fun.
No, I mean, like, your opinion on Minecraft, how Minecraft is.
I mean, it's definitely not died. One thing I like about Minecraft is it's the sort of game that still feels like Minecraft, no matter how they don't do like crazy amounts of things that completely make the game feel completely different. It still feels like you're playing that one game from your childhood, if you get what I mean. Plus, It's like been so fun developing the server, even though it's been like torture 99% of the time. That torture has been very entertaining.
Benny, what in your opinion?
I think he's on.
Did he leave?
mute.
Did he go?
I think Benny left.
I think he had a toilet break.
Okay, well, we have a break thing for the reason. I'll go and then. My opinion on Minecraft right now is it's better than ever. Like, I don't think I could go back. I can barely go back a version. When I even on 1.21.1, since Zephyria is based on that, it makes me like everything they add, like the bundles and stuff. It just makes Minecraft feel ancient every update, and that's a good thing in my opinion. I love all the new stuff. There's not been one update that's made me feel like, man, I wish it never happened. Sometimes there are a few features in those updates that's like, it's fine, but there's never been an update that's been like making me upset. But I know that's different for everyone. Some people have more passionate opinions on Minecraft updates and how they should be done and what should be added and what shouldn't be added. And we'll get into that. Courtney, in your opinion, how is Minecraft at this very moment? Like, do you think it's good or do you think it's worse than it was at a certain point, in your opinion?
I think it's good the way it is. Like, personally, I don't like any of the other updates besides 21.1. I don't know why. I just kind of like it.
Okay.
The way it is and everything, so.
What about... Okay, let me ask you a question, actually, because I'm going to start with Courtney, because we and her were actually talking in a test recording. What, in your opinion, how much did you enjoy 1.12? Now, if you don't know what this update was, it was the World of Color update. You know how Minecraft used to look a little more dull? I don't know if you remember looking at screenshots of old Minecraft. If you watch old Minecraft videos, the colors are not as
Especially Legacy.
fancy. Legacy, but Legacy you had
Legacy's
gamma
at least
and everything that you could turn
set
up in the settings, in the visual settings.
Yeah.
You know, and it would brighten it. You could make it a little better. It would be a little
Yeah.
better if you fixed it, like, up a little bit. But Minecraft, like, definitely got a color update in 1.12, and I don't remember the exact year it came out, but 1.12 definitely came out, I don't know, within the last, like, 8 years, 1.12 was out. So we've been with these new color schemes for a while, but it added the vibrance of colors in the wool and beds and colored shulker boxes. It also added, that's pretty much all 1.12 really did. I don't remember much else. I think it added the feature, this was either 1.12 or 1.11, it added the feature of shooting fireworks off with your elytra, which is like one of the most important things ever. So,
yes.
importance. But, hey Benny, so that's important. But in your opinion, what do you think about it?
I like it. Yeah. Benny?
You have nothing to say?
Ryan, just one thing really quick. Are you able to turn down the music in your stream just a little bit? It's just kind of overlapping with our voices. I've just noticed.
I figured that out just now.
Wait. All right. Cool.
Benny,
thank you.
You go. Do you know what 1.12 is?
No, refresh my mind.
The color update?
The World of Color update. Updated all the vibrance and the colors. Now, have you ever seen old Minecraft and how the colors looked a little more dark and dull? They weren't as pretty and as nice. In your opinion, was that a positive update? And do you think you could go back before that, or do you think it's amazing?
I think the color update was good because, like, it gave you different wool, which was nice. But, like, it just added more vibrance to the world, which was cool. Because hang on, let me pull up a side-by-side comparison before and after. Because
let me also pull up every single Minecraft update, so I give you guys actual information, not just my memory. But yeah, 1.12 was like genuinely one of the updates that like was perfect for modding too. We can also go into the community. Modding was so big in 1.12, and it still is, but I think 1.20 and 1.21 and has taken that. And 1.19, like since 1.19, I think modding has skyrocketed on modern versions, because modding, every mod was made for 1.12. You know, it was the final time that Minecraft, like, I think that version was just perfect for that. Everyone could use, like, it was performance-wise, it was great. It was perfect. It was right before 1.13, which wrecked performance on a lot of servers. There's a reason why 2B2T stuck back on 1.12. Now, I'm not a 2B2T person, but I do have to give them credit for the fact that they existed and like they were very big in the Minecraft community, you know?
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, that update is probably one of the best updates they did because it just made everything look so much better.
Yes.
I think the best version of Minecraft so far, well, right now, is exactly what Zephyria is on, which is 1.21.1. There's so, like, pretty much most of the plugins work, and you just basically don't need to touch anything. It's so nice the amount of plugins that are compatible. What sucks is with the newer versions, Paper's having less and less plugin support and only supporting Paper plugins, which sucks. But 1.21.1, yeah, it doesn't have the bundles of bravery or the creaking, but it has pretty much everything you need. And yeah, I'm sure most people can live without having the creaking. I just really like it because it's so compatible and just nice, and everything just kind of works. That's on the server development side of it. For gameplay wise, it might be different, but it's 99% of the time I'm just making stuff in servers, to be fair.
I want to say something real quick about 1.12. I think it was great, and I said stuff already, but I just want to say this to close out of 1.12. I think people, just like 1.8, and we're not going to go into those older releases because I feel like by that point, most of us wouldn't remember much, like, from the updates. I know everyone knows what 1.7 and 1.8 is just because of PvP, the PvP community, you know? That was, like, massive. That was, like, literally the Minecraft version that everyone played for, like, years. If you watch YouTube videos in 2016, 2017, they weren't playing latest Minecraft. They were playing classic, old Minecraft. But that, honestly, is probably why Minecraft died. Because I do think that there was a split. The PvP and YouTube and internet was playing the older release, while most of the fans that were like offline of the internet were playing the newer releases. Casual people were all playing the new versions of the game. So it might have seemed dead, but I don't think Minecraft ever died. I just think the internet killed Minecraft for a little bit because there was no one new watching those videos for a bit.
Yeah.
Like no one knew was gonna watch those videos because like
It's very
no one
copy and
casual
paste.
no casual player wants to watch Bed Wars, like that. Anyway, we're moving on to the I think it's 1.13. Hold on, let me find this. I pulled it up just now. Where is it? I swear I had it. Official release. Will I find it here? Hold
No.
on. Give me a second. One more second. I'm sorry.
What if Ryan got a low taper fade?
Oh no.
I'm sorry. That wasn't sad. I was just reading the Minecraft chat, and the first thing I saw was, "What if Ryan got a low taper fade?"
Leggy's something different some days.
Leggy's awesome.
Okay, yeah, I looked up.
Isn't Leggy building a nuke?
I looked up all MC
Yeah.
updates in
Isn't that
order,
sick?
and it pulled up the MCU timeline. So, if any, unless everyone here wants to go watch Captain America, yeah, nah.
No.
I'll just tell you, because I know all the updates past this. 1.13, the aquatic update. It added shipwrecks,
Ooh, I
the
like
new
that.
ocean,
I
and
really
added
like
ocean
that.
color to Bedrock Edition, which is still not a Java thing. It was
Aquatic
actually the
Update was
first
one of my favorites.
It actually was the first release of Bedrock Edition, but it also had the dolphins and all these new tropical fish, and it added a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. One of the best features though was the trident and the drowned. So we're gonna go into that, starting with Zen. Zen, what do you think about
With the Aquatic
1.13?
Update?
Yes.
I think Aquatic Update changed the game. It just was so much nicer. Plus, with those swimming mechanics,
Oh,
it didn't
you're
feel
right.
like torture swimming in the ocean. Like, if they didn't have the Aquatic Update, I feel like Minecraft would have died. Because it's just so much slower swimming through water without it. And it just really added more. It added more without adding too much. It added something that still felt Minecraft and just really improved the game a lot. I don't think the game would have lasted without that update, personally.
I agree.
It's so much nicer. Like, so much nicer.
Benny, how would you like to go next?
I think the aquatic update was good. It was a good addition. It definitely added some more stuff, and like for those, because you get in Minecraft now, you get a lot of different people that are playing for different reasons. Like you get people that build, explore, grind, set up farms and stuff. And the aquatic update helped with the exploration side of stuff, which is great because the last few updates have been really kind of just honing in. Really just honing in on that like exploration vibe of Minecraft, which is nice. But the aquatic update, yeah, I agree with Zen. It just changed so much, made the water more immersive. It just made it better, like quality-wise. And it added like dolphins and stuff, didn't it?
And it added
Yes.
salmon!
It did add salmon. Like it was just, there was so many good things about it that just made it feel more like an ocean rather than just like a big body of water in a
Yeah,
world.
it added
block.
It made the water so much more alive too, because before you'd like occasionally see a squid, it did not feel alive at all. It just felt like,
Oh, absolutely.
like if they just poured a bunch of like acid in the water and then said it was swimmable. It was so dead and sad. Like it didn't even have seagrass.
Sometimes you'd watch the squids and you just feel sorry.
Someone had to go quickly. That sucks. Sorry, keep going.
But yeah, like in the old update before that, I remember that like you'd just see a squid and be like, oh, that poor soul. That is a very sad soul.
I want to go. The aquatic update. Number one, does anyone here? Do you guys remember how the aquatic update, like how bad it was to go underwater was? Like it was pitch black, and the ocean floor. It might as well have been
Kind
the
of.
darkness effect. It would have been like having the warden effect. Now it was bad. It was extremely dark.
Was that on first release, or was that before the aquatic update?
Before the aquatic update, it was dark, and there was
Oh, yeah.
number one. There was no
It was
point.
just dark and slow.
There was no point
Yeah.
in going underwater either, because there was literally nothing but one thing. That, my friends, was the ocean monument.
Yeah, and plus that would imagine how much of a pain that was to actually get there. You'd have to like slowly, you'll just basically be walking underwater.
You just get water
You just have
breathing.
to slowly go there and hope that you're not gonna drown.
And boats before 1.9.
Or
I
just
know
hope
this
that
is
you're
not
carrying
1.
a bunch of doors.
Yeah, I know 1.9 is not a part of this, but when they fixed boats in 1.9, you don't understand. Like, that was awesome. Now, I never grew up with these, but I
don't
know
actually remember 1.9.
1.9 was the most famously controversial and most hated update in Minecraft history. The combat update. It changed the combat completely.
Oh, well, that's for Java. I hadn't played Java until about. Well, I didn't have Java until about 1.21, I think.
Dude, that's this
when I
update
got
right
it on
now.
my Mac. Oh, probably before then.
1.20 probably.
Yeah. Actually, it would have been 1.20. Yeah, 1.20. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I remember it was 1.20 because I checked out the Caves and Cliffs update before it was available on Bedrock Preview. Yeah.
Something else.
And even though I prefer Java a lot. Wait, wrong topic. Sorry.
We're not going into that today. There will be a whole thing about Bedrock versus Java. Don't worry. But 1.13, capping it off here. Great update, great features. Pretty much nothing changed that was like too much, that didn't feel like there was too much added, so it's not feeling bloated. It just fixed a part of Minecraft that was genuinely bad. The ocean was just bad. It was not good. There was nothing about it that you really ever go for, and even the ocean monument, honestly, is still not that great. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the ocean monument. I don't think it's that great of a structure. It could be a lot better, and it could be more. I mean, like, there's so many ways they could make it cooler.
Yeah.
Especially with knowing that they can make stuff like the
I
trout
don't
chamber.
ever go to ocean monuments really.
And I will say, they do have sponge. They do have sponge, and I know, and sponge is useful. Okay, I do agree with sponge.
That's the only helpful thing.
Yeah, sponge is useful, and that is probably the biggest. I do think that makes it not bad. It's good. It's okay. The ocean monument's okay because of sponge, but if it didn't have sponge, there was nothing in it that's useful. Maybe the prism ring, but that's a building block. If you're talking about useful features that aren't just building blocks, then it's a bad structure altogether.
Oh, there's the thing that makes you breathe underwater.
Water breathing, but you can make that with a pufferfish and a brewing stand.
Wait, what? Wait, was the... No, I'm meaning the thing that is basically... What is it called? It's like the core type thing that you put underwater and then surrounded with something.
The conduit. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, thank you. But that's found in a shipwreck. Which is stupid because it should have been found in the ocean monument. This thing would have bigger use. Yeah, imagine, and here's my opinion on how they can improve this. I know this is not...
Have like a different type of trident that you find. Make it so then you can find like enchanted tridents in there.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to save what I was going to say there. I was going to say how I could probably improve the structures, but why don't we save that for a whole nother thing? That's a whole topic of like every structure in the game improving existing structures. Okay, moving on. 1.14. The Village and Pillage update. Now, this update literally changed Minecraft.
Okay, that was good.
I do think Minecraft 1.14 is the split between Minecraft and modern Minecraft. And I'm not saying modern Minecraft's worse. I think modern Minecraft is better. But 1.14 added the new villager professions, the pillagers, the pillager outposts, raids, which literally changed hardcore Minecraft. It started Minecraft hardcore, like Let's Plays a lot on YouTube, you know. 1.14 added the brand new textures. If you remember the classic Minecraft textures, they changed it completely. They got one artist, I think his name is Japar, whatever his name is, I feel really bad not remembering, but I think I'm close. He redesigned every Minecraft texture from scratch other than a select few like the clock and compass, which have since been updated in like 1.16 and stuff. But he updated pretty much all Minecraft textures and updated them. And let's talk about that in specific right now before we talk about anything else. What do you guys think about the texture update? Zen.
Wait, well, before then we had terrible... Wait, is that the one that fixed the glass?
Yes.
And wait, did that fix Netherrack too, or was that in the Nether update?
Look, no, that was in the 1.14. I like the Nether update. Sorry, I like the Netherrack, old Netherrack, but
Oh,
I do
yeah.
like the new Netherrack as well.
Yeah, I could not live with the old glass.
Mhm.
You like the old Netherrack?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
The old Netherrack's bad.
Well, yeah, okay, you've been fired because you like the old Netherrack.
The old Netherrack, just you look at it and you go, "What is that?" Whereas now it actually looks like it belongs in the Nether.
Ryan, we've got our first heckler in the podcast.
Listen,
chat.
Minecraft.
Every update literally changed Minecraft. This isn't something special, lol.
Of course, but
no.
we're going through every update, and 1.14 definitely changed Minecraft way more than any update recently. And that's not a hate to any new update right now, but 1.14 literally changed villagers to be how they are. Like, I don't know if you remember, but villagers used not to have professions, and it would be random, and you couldn't cycle through trades to get trading halls. There was no such thing as a trading hall like that. So you'd have to randomly go through. So mending was one of the rarest things in the game. You wouldn't be getting mending often. You would be going and finding it in chests. That's the thing. It is a big update. It's probably the biggest that's ever happened other than like 1.16 and 1.18 because of the villagers alone have changed the way people play. It is pretty special. And the texture update changed the way everyone builded. So many blocks became unviable to certain people because of the texture changes. It changed everyone's style. So yeah, I personally think it changed Minecraft. It's top 3 biggest changes to Minecraft ever. Zen, were you done?
I was just basically, well, I'm not a full expert on the texture update, but all I know is that the glass is so much nicer. And
what about the
I agree
village
with you
and
that it
pillager
completely
changes?
changed how builds work. Oh, the village and pillage update. It's a raid in the middle of town, and we all have to deal with it.
Yeah, but what do you think about the villager changes? Do you think it was a good change, or do you think that Minecraft was better before the villagers got updated, or do you think that there needs to be a nerf?
The only thing I miss about the old villagers is the Dr. Trayaurus villager. The old scientist villager.
My childhood.
True.
That's my childhood. You just brought back memories.
The Dr. Trayaurus villager. The Dr. Trayaurus villager. They need to bring that back. Or just have
Easter egg?
just replace replace the potion ones with like have like a chemist one that has the Dr. Trayaurus costume.
Make it a name
still.
tag. You
They need
name
to
a
bring
name
that
tag
back.
Trayaurus or Dr. Trey
Ooh.
or Doctor. If you name it something, anything, and something, and you name the villager,
Yeah.
and it gives the white coat villager as an Easter egg because Dan literally praised a generation with that custom auto
and it also
boosters.
fought off KSI.
True, yeah, it's
That's
true.
the thing, though. Like, yeah, that's the good thing about Java is that you can find mods that do that already.
And
True.
I like plugins. I like how in Java, although some things do cost, it's not all about making as much money as possible. That Java, they've kind of given us free will to do whatever
Keep this
we want
for
with
the
it.
Bedrock versus
Bedrock,
Java
it's like-
thing. Keep this for Bedrock versus Java,
We
guys.
keep
This will be
accidentally
like our
switching
biggest
topics, sorry.
thing on there. Okay, but yeah, Benny, I'm gonna let Benny go because Benny's been sitting here for a while. Benny, what do you think about 1.14, the textures and the update itself of changing villagers? And then I'll go.
Oh, absolutely. That was a good update. It just made everything so much more interactive. And that's why in sort of the last few updates they were talking, I think they've already done it, but they were going, oh, you can only get mending books if you go breed a villager.
That'll be something we got to talk about that in a little bit. We'll go into that in a little bit.
That sucks because all you're doing is putting it straight back to what it was 7 updates ago. You're just reverting Minecraft back to its original form,
Right.
which is ridiculous.
Are you talking about the new thing they're trialing with the villagers?
I have
Yeah.
I have an
No,
idea for.
yeah.
I have some mind to speak about this in just a bit.
No
like
one
a few
wants.
minutes.
No one wants that.
Yeah, no
at
one
all.
wants that. No one wants that. Well, they still haven't implemented it. It seems like they're just testing it. And so far, they're just trying to make villagers less overpowered, but making it so then you have to have villagers in certain biomes, that's just a pain. Like, in Zephyria, it won't be a big deal because people can do /set home, but...
Yeah, just change the rarity. Like, why do you have to change with the villagers?
Yeah.
Us spawning in and stuff. Just change the rarity of the enchantments.
Okay,
Agreed.
number 1, texture update. best thing they've ever done. I do sometimes like playing with programmer art and having a texture pack that changes all the new stuff to a style of programmer art, because I do like the programmer art to a degree for nostalgia. But
You're using a texture pack that removes all shade from blocks.
yeah, because it's nice. But here's the thing. Minecraft updates in general, like, sorry, the texture update in general was really nice. It changed and fixed a lot of things. Like, diorite is actually usable now. Like, smooth diorite is actually really good for flooring, you know, andesite as well. They fixed the smoothness of wood blocks. I do like the more soft shading that all these blocks have now. I do like the wood planks more. There are a few that I don't like very much. I do personally think the original diamond and iron block and gold block textures were cooler, but it doesn't matter, honestly. And glass, love it or hate it, I did like the old glass for nostalgia. But the new glass is better, honestly. No. The new glass is better. He
likes the old netherrack and likes the old glass.
The new glass is better. The new glass is better.
It makes sense.
It is nostalgic to me.
The new glass is
You can
good.
actually see through the glass. And old netherrack gives my brain... I would probably develop some sort of cancer in my brain just by looking at the old netherrack.
The Minecraft villager updates for all the villagers is a welcome change. Other than librarians, I'll get that in just a minute. I like all of them. The farmer specifically being able to sell stuff, and then like the trading, like every day they come, you can go back. It's like a market. It means I can get into a schedule of doing stuff and then going to my villagers and trading with them and then going back to them after a certain amount of time. And it is fun. That's nice. It's very fun. It gives me on a schedule. But I'm not a massive fan of the librarians. I do not think it made Minecraft better that you could just sit home and get everything. It might as well be creative mode. Now, before anyone's like, whoa, but Minecraft's a sandbox game and you should be able to do whatever. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that they can't nerf and fix literal game-breaking features. Villagers literally made it where you don't have to mine. Those auto fishers got fixed.
There's auto fishing though, which
but that got fixed.
If they get rid of that, then people will just auto fish. I feel like they won't fix timed auto clickers.
Here's the thing. You should not be able to not go mining in a game about mining. And I know it's a sandbox game, but Minecraft always has had you should always want your players, from a game development standpoint, you want your players to always check out everything. And modern Minecraft literally is like, oh, okay, you punch wood, you sell some wheat and sticks, and you're immediately done. You literally don't have to go mining. You could just build an iron farm, which is not a problem. The iron farms are fine. Don't change farms. I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm fine with that, because it takes effort. That does take effort. Yeah, iron farms and farming in general is not ever going to be a problem, because it takes effort. Like, it takes actual effort. Villager trading literally takes no effort, and I know what people say again. Oh, you just cycled their trades. No, that's nothing. That literally is just breaking a block and placing it, and if you're on Java and you use mods, then you can click a button and do it. Because there are mods that add a button to just click cycle. Dude, that's overpowered. I do not care what you say.
That's also
being
hacking.
able to unbreak it and place it down and get a random trait and possibly get mending for 10 emeralds. Listen to me. 10 emeralds? Do you know how cheap 10 emeralds is? Do you know how cheap it is?
Just a little bit of glass.
Yeah, it's nothing. It takes like 5 minutes to get 10 emeralds if you have a tree farm even. And stone, if you have like a massive thing, I could buy 2 shulker boxes of mending books very easily if I grinded for like 10 minutes. And I have a melon farm on my world that like gives me a ton of emeralds, like a whole like massive trading area for that. That's not the problem. I'm fine with that. Emeralds like shouldn't be that hard to get, you know. Who cares? Everything else is fine. Like buying food and stuff, I think is fine because it's just food, you know. By a certain point when you get villagers, all that stuff like ender pearls and stuff, you should be able to buy that pretty easily. But mending and the higher level enchantments, what I would do over moving things to different biomes is to put these higher level things rarer, or remove mending altogether from villager trading and make it more common in places like the ancient city and the trial chambers and make it like a
Absolutely
30% chance drop from the trial chamber and a 35 or 40% chance in a chest. So if you go to one, you're most likely going to get a few. So you might have to go to 2 trial chambers or 2 ancient cities or a few. And once you get that, you're done with mending. It would mean that you have to explore, and maybe they can make this a thing for most structures. Like the Bastion and the Nether Fortress. Make specific enchanted books spawn in different structures. Make certain enchantments, like, you know how Swift Snake is an enchantment to the ancient city. Let's say, maybe put, like, I'm not saying remove Protection 4, but put a version of Protection 4, like, into the archaeology system. Make it where going there will give you something that might be a little more fun. Let people choose, but mending honestly shouldn't be in the loot table because it's so overpowered. It literally makes it where anvils aren't very important anymore. You don't need anvils to like repair things. You don't need, and then you just stock up on resources. I know it's a sandbox game, but that's boring and lazy.
Yeah, but if you think about it, people are getting lazier. People will just want to be able to get some nice gear and build whatever they want to build. It's not, people don't play the game just to endlessly mine in a straight line. People play the game so they can build cool structures.
That
play
is also
Minecraft how they
true.
want to.
And that is why I'm saying that honestly, it probably would be better if something like this, if they were going to change this, to be linked to a difficulty. Make this a hard mode only feature. Or a hardcore mode only. Maybe make it a hardcore only feature. And keep it the same it is right now on normal.
Is hardcore mode even in difficulty hard?
Yes. And here's my reasoning. Minecraft hardcore mode, and we're going off tangent, but I do want to say this because it is related. Hardcore mode is not really that hard. If you know what you're doing, it's no different than hard mode. It's just that you have one life. It's an illusion. Making it actually hardcore, like maybe even improving the difficulty even more and changing things, yeah, I think that would be positive. Making it where mending doesn't generate with librarians would actually be a positive thing for hardcore mode because it would make it harder. The point of hardcore is supposed to be an actual massive challenge, and it's not. It really isn't.
See, I think the point of hardcore is for people to go, hey, you know, I want to play a game but not be worried about respawn stuff. Because, hey, now give me that back. Because Joyce! Sorry, there's a creeper. Zen, this is your fault.
Continue.
The whole point of what's it called? Of Minecraft Hardcore, I feel, is people wanting to play the game and not be worried, like not having the attitude of, oh, I can just die and, you know, not do anything. I can just come back and restart again, because hardcore is very different. Like, you die, that's it, that's the world done. So it makes grinding and making bigger farms even more like valuable, because if you die, that's it, you don't get any of that stuff back.
And especially with PvP servers where you constantly need to get maxed out gear to fight people.
But
yeah,
I think hardcore mode still having a difficulty change as well would be cool. I really still stand by the fact that if in hardcore mode, if they would change mending so it doesn't upset the main players, but it makes hardcore mode better. If it was me making the game, I honestly would nerf mending. Honestly, already, like, it would make it heal slower a little bit, so it's not as OP anyway. So it encourages if you want it done faster.
Mending isn't that. When you think about that, mending's not that crazy, because sure, you can get a farm, like an Enderman farm,
but then you have to AFK there for hours.
Not really.
Yeah,
if you have an Enderman farm.
Not only that. Not only that. Like, think about it. More people have mending before they have, like, an Enderman farm. So, and an Enderman farm is like easy to set up, especially if you're in the early stages of survival. And let's be honest, once you've progressed further in your survival world, it doesn't matter anyway, because you've got so many farms that you're basically just immortal anyway.
Yes. And you know what? At the end of the day, something I have to remember, and everyone needs to remember, is when Mojang nerfs stuff, most people see it as a fact of them taking the creativity away from them. And that's why, honestly, I agree and disagree with mending being in the village or trading. I think it's a good thing if your goal, like, I think it's a good thing mostly. I just personally see it as a game design person that really likes game design. It's a detriment to Minecraft's progression being able to not mine at all. And I think if Minecraft was a different game, it would have to change. But because it is a sandbox game and because the whole point is building, it's fine how it is because it's like that, you know, and you can always choose not to engage with villagers. But if Minecraft was more progressive based and you had to go in a certain way, it would have to change. You know?
Yeah, but the thing is with Minecraft is what they want is for you to play Minecraft how you want to.
That's true.
You yourself, you could progress like that if you wanted to. It's just the point of what the developers at Minecraft did is to make it so people can play it however way they want to. They can create their own story and do their own gameplay. Minecraft.
I agree. You know what? Honestly, you've kind of changed my opinion slightly. I still think in hardcore mode, I would make it harder. I would add more things. I would make them do even a little more damage. I would personally remove totems from hardcore mode. But that's a whole nother thing we can talk about this in the future. We got to move on to 1.15 because we stuck like 20 minutes in 1.14. Sorry. 1.15, the Buzzy Bees update. This update literally only added bees and beehives, but honey is one of the most useful things in the game with wax and copper, which wasn't added yet, but we will get into that, so we won't go into that right now. But honey is a good food source. It added bees, and it added honey blocks, which are great for redstone contraptions. This is going to be much shorter because I feel like there's not as much to go over.
I've never understood why, like, I don't understand how honey differs from slime.
Slime gets. I actually don't remember, but I think honey sticks things together when it touches it. Slime doesn't.
So just slime.
So you can pull things to
Yeah,
you.
so does slime. Yeah.
I'm confused.
That's why you can make honey flying machines as well.
Yeah, but isn't it just exactly the same as slime though?
No. Honey pulls things. Slime doesn't.
What do you mean?
I believe that's how it
I'm
works.
confused.
What's hold on, I can ask Zen. I'll tell you in just a second, Benny. But Zen, in your opinion, how cool is 1.15 in your opinion?
1.15, the Buzzy Bee update. Well, I suck at building, so I like the bees.
Yeah, the bees are cute. I remember seeing that when that first came out. I was like, oh no way, that eat bees.
I like the bees. It's the best opinion I can say.
Unlike
I think
slime
now,
blocks,
if you don't like bees, you're a criminal.
Unlike slime blocks, honey blocks
don't really
stick
use
to
honey,
items, players, and mobs in addition to building blocks. Slime doesn't. Slime just pushes things and lets things bounce.
Yeah, see, I kind of find that useless.
Slime blocks are
If I'm
solid
being
blocks
honest.
which take and transmit redstone signal, while honey blocks are transparent. But it's not useless because so much stuff has been possible because of the hitbox of slime and honey. Honey you can let things sit on the very final pixel and it can make really good sorters. People have done a lot of insane things with honey, like it stops things and you can let things slide down it. It has that effect of sliding down it. It's useful, trust me.
Like,
Maybe not to
I
you,
like
but-
honey for like the some redstone contraptions, don't get me wrong. But I feel like all they could have done was just change slime a little bit and then that's
Yeah, but
it.
then what's the point of the bees then? Then they just have to scrap a mob. The bees are cool.
Oh, they could still have honey, but like use honey block as a decorative block. Why
But
make
having it
a redstone?
But here's my reasoning. But making it a choice between
What the-
honey and slime. Slime does the exact same thing in the past. Why would they change something that's so influential? It would break all redstone machines. Adding something new that has that new feature means that people can evolve while keeping their old designs. If they updated
Fair.
a block like that, they never update redstone blocks. You notice that? Other than maybe texture changes and sound changes, because it would ruin redstone machines.
Or glitches.
But no, they don't really. Only on Bedrock. On Java, we have quasi-connectivity, and before people say that is a feature, no, it isn't. Technically, it is, kind of to the community, but it isn't a feature, it's a bug. It's just never going to be fixed because it's so influential. Quasi-connectivity is not a feature of Minecraft. It is a glitch. Anyway.
It's just a glitch.
I think Buzzy Bees was cool. I like the feeling. I like how they added that ambience. I do think honey blocks are cool. Building wise, honeycomb block. The honeycomb block, placing it down is a block for like honey hives. I think it's cool to have bees and stuff. That's all I can say because there's not much to say. Yes, I would remove totems only in hard mode. Hardcore, sorry, hard mode's fine. Hardcore mode
They're not
needs to be
useful in hardcore anyway.
Well, they are.
Wait, yes, they are.
And here's my reasoning.
Oh yeah.
And now, to be fair though, they did nerf them. Raid farms are not as bad. Honey was massive. Like, honestly, I don't think, Vinny, I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't think you understand how much it changed Redstone in a few weeks. Everyone was using it in the Redstone. It made walking machines more easy to build. Like, dude, people were doing insane things with honey. Like, it made sorters like where you could pick up grab items. Like you could put a piston and make it like grab items in a thing pattern. So you could take a small amount of items from like a drop if it's going down a chute. Like, trust me, it was big. Something else we missed, actually, I realized, is in 1.13 bubble elevators, but that's all we missed in 1.13. Anyway, we're moving on to probably one of the best updates Minecraft's ever had, depending on who you ask. The 1.16, the Nether update.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Finally, good netherite. Well,
that was not.
I'm just happy that they fixed netherrack. Now you actually want to go to the nether, rather than not wanting to go.
No,
to the
they
nether
did not fix netherrack. That was in
brain tumor.
1.14. 1.16 added the basalt delta, the warped forest, the crimson forest, and the nether, and it updated the name of the nether to the nether wastes. And they added one more biome, Soul Sand Valley. It also added fossils to the nether, bastions, piglins. In the update in 1.16.2, they added piglin brutes. It was the first time Minecraft Bedrock and Java both got the same update on the exact same day with no changes really in them. And 1.16 also introduced hoglins, streamlights, and all these different blocks. It was massive. And, of course, the biggest thing they added was netherite.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Benny first.
I do remember that update. That update was good.
2020.
And I remember seeing it. Yeah, I remember seeing it and be like, oh, that's actually sick. I think that was the most popular update.
I'm glad they patched netherite. I'm glad they patched netherite though.
We're not talking about that yet.
You know how you didn't even need a... Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, see, I thought, yeah, I remember that update being probably one of the best that they did in Minecraft's history. That was a good update. Because not only did it add blocks, because I use blackstone pretty much in every build, but it just, they added more mobs, more exploration, more like better loot to the nether, because you really didn't go to the nether unless you needed netherrack, glowstone, or something random. So yeah, in that sense, it was really good. It helped with the nether exploration a lot and the building. Even the new mobs were good. I think the only thing I didn't like is that you had to wear gold if you didn't want to be attacked by piglins.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only thing I didn't like. But apart from the rest of it, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
Hey, they updated the piglin textures, didn't they?
Pigman, and they added it's now called Zombified Piglin. That is very controversial, but I actually like the new texture a little more personally. I think it's fine. Nostalgia reasons.
I think the new textures are good. Yeah.
It was nice. Then you go on now. What is your favorite part of the Nether update? What is your favorite thing? Because we all have different things.
In that update,
the Nether.
I really like the bastions. Bastions were quite cool. I liked how it gave more of a reason to explore the Nether rather than just going to the fortress. Like my friend Riley, he currently in Zephyria lives in the Nether, so.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it made the Nether livable. Netherite was added, and can I go now? Since everyone talked about their things on that, I like all the new biomes. The Nether Fortress change where they made it rarer was sucky. It sucks. I hate that. Nether fortresses are already a literal nightmare to get to anyway. So them updating that was horrible. I do not think that was a good change at all. I do like the bastions, even though they are a pain in the butt to get through. And since the introduction of the Piglin Brute have been a little worse in my opinion, just difficulty-wise, it's a lot harder. I think the best, one of the coolest things in the update though was specifically the Crimson Forest, the blue one. No, that was the Warped. I love the Warped Forest. I think it added so much life to the Nether. I love the look of the blue wood. And this will be very controversial, but I think I do think personally, I do not like Netherite. I think it made Minecraft's balance worse. It added something better than Diamond, but it doesn't feel like it's worth it enough in so many ways. And then it just, what they did though is that they made it like this new thing where it's like the only time I'm ever nostalgic hating over something. I think Diamond's a cooler looking thing in promotional material, and they started using Netherite a lot more. And they have fixed that recently, and I'll explain that. But I do not like how Netherite was like, just go to the Nether and grab it. I think it had needed more progression. And something that
it did. That's why they added the templates.
We're not talking about that yet though. The Netherite though in general, other than it just, I don't like the way it was implemented. I'm not gonna lie, it is cool looking, and it has been nice. It's not the worst. I think
Netherite was good though, because it allowed people to set up like actual like mining machines that made getting diamonds easier.
True.
Oh yeah.
There are good things from Netherite, and the fact that you can go to the Nether and actually have to sit down there for a little bit and get something is cool. But I do think there are some negatives to it. 1.16, the only other things they added that I think I might have missed. What, did we miss anything? Poglins, we did that. The Strider. What do you guys think about the Strider?
The Striders
kind of useless, but they're cool. It's an easy way to find Nether fortresses if you just put a saddle on one and take them around.
I would call that useless then.
The thing is though, like they kind of are useless because you got to think about how much you actually, like how many people do you know that actually puts a saddle on a strider and goes looking?
They don't.
Like,
they choose not
really,
to. It's not.
They're really not that useful. If they spawned more often and had like some decent like, you know, where like you didn't have to spend hours trying to find warped fungus, then they'd be useful. But they're not. Yeah, I don't think they're as useful as Minecraft intended them to be. I think it's just a cool flex on people that don't have one.
I think the Striders were cool. I agree with Benny to a degree. I think they should be more common. And I also think they should have a chance of spawning with a saddle. But that's a problem with Minecraft's transportation that we can go into in a whole nother episode of this, which will probably be about Minecraft transportation. Another thing is, I thought you were going to talk about the elytra for a second, but my reason why and I know some people say, oh, well, we have elytras, but not everyone has one when they first explore the Nether. So that's not an argument. Maybe later, sure, you're not going to use it, but early on, getting across the lava pit,
the Nether's bad for an elytra anyway. If
you have a saddle, though, honestly, I'd need to use a Strider more often. It would save blocks, and it would probably help me because these Nether fortresses are more common over lava anyway, it seems. I think that's it for 1.16, right, guys?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
We can go. We'll do one more update and then do a 5.
When's lunch break?
Yeah, and after this final update, we're gonna do 1.17 and then we'll do 1.18.
Okay.
Of course, split.
We'll do the final update and then we'll do the break so I can
5 minutes.
So I can make myself a quesadilla.
Will it be done in 5 minutes?
We're on schedule, guys.
Will it be done in 5 minutes?
Can we bump it up to 7?
Sure, 7 minutes. But okay, going to 1.17. 1.17 added all the new caves and cliffs up blocks. That includes the amethyst, calcite, deep slate, cobbled deep slate, all the deep slate variants, of course. Copper, added the axolotl, added the lush cave biome to a degree, small versions. It added dripstone,
added goats.
It added goats, goat horns.
It did add goats.
Probably the biggest update we've ever gotten. What do you guys think of it?
And it made Minecraft look not sad.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's so much nicer, and then especially for builders, they have so much more places and like so many more choices of nice places to build. We don't just have like 10-block tall mountains.
No,
with
that's
a little bit of
1.18,
snow on
dude.
top. Now
This
it's,
is
like, actually
1.17.
giant.
This is 1.17. This was the part 1 where they just added all the new blocks.
I thought this was Caves and Cliffs.
Yeah, Caves and Cliffs part 1. We can't do all of it.
Oh, so it didn't add goats.
We're gonna talk about the generate. No, it did add goats. All the mobs and blocks were added.
I thought the cliffs added the goats.
No, the goats were existing.
Oh.
They existed. I think they did. 100% they did. They definitely existed. They added all the mobs and everything. But they also the way they got around certain biomes not existing was they added like dripstone, and they added like moss to shipwrecks, and dripstone got added into some loot tables, I think, or it spawned to a degree sometimes in small caves. And they also on Bedrock Edition screwed up diamond generation for like a month, like literally impossible to find diamonds because they accidentally made diamond generation the same as it would be in 1.82, which means all diamonds were pretty much unreachable for like until they updated it, fixed it. Like on Bedrock, literally somehow the code got mixed up and 1.18 diamond generation got put in, and since we could only go down to Y0, you couldn't find diamonds really, and if you did, you'd be like one veins. Yeah. So it might as well have been impossible. Benny, I'm gonna let you go.
Yes.
1.17. Go.
Was that the one with the trimps?
No, that was the one with the Caves and Cliffs part 1. The first part.
No, that was good. That was actually good. That was a brilliant update. Look, I think Mojang had a run of good updates, which kind of made the last few updates seem pretty useless because they had a run of really good stuff, and now they're doing minor stuff, which doesn't feel like it's good. But yeah, that was a good update. Excellent caves. Like the caves are so much better for finding ores and stuff. 100%. Yeah, the caves are incredible. They're so big. Like you could build a full-on home in a cave if you wanted. I've seen people turn like a full-on lush cave into a villager trading hall. It's pretty sick. And then the big mountains and stuff, absolute W. That absolute W. Those mountains look sick. It just overhauled all of Minecraft's generation. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I agree. Though that was part 2, which we will get to after this break, unless you guys want to quickly cover it, since it's just cave generation. Do you guys want to quickly cover it so we're done with 1.18? Like the caves and cliffs stuff?
Fine, but make it quick because I need to go to the toilet and I also need to go
the cave generation. This changed everything about cave generation. This was the massive mega caves, the dripstone, the lush caves.
Made people yearn for the mines more.
Yeah, stop. You have the giant mountain peaks, and I promise you, I'm going to start here because I don't get to start ever. I've intentionally ever want to start. I want to start. Caves and Cliffs is an update I can't go behind again. I can't go back. I do miss iron generation. That's the only thing I miss. I do prefer the way iron generated in the past, where you just go down a little bit and you find a lot, because it was easier and it's quicker. But that contradicts what I mean by it needing to be a little harder. Minecraft needs to be harder. Yeah, I do miss it, but I do think it's better to a degree in some ways here, how it is now. I think something about 1.18 is that it just changed the way people play Minecraft. People now have to go deeper, and they have to dig deeper, and there's bigger projects underground. People actually build bases underground now. And you added the lush caves where axolotls spawn, and you added the dripstone caves, and they have this amazing ambience where water pours from them. You have the mountain peaks where, like, what they call snowy or snow, which is now known as powdered snow, spawns, and it's amazing. Like sinking into the snow, and the fact you can wear the boots, you know, goats spawning up there and everything is cool too. And the goat horns, I know that's 1.17, but goat horns, like, and the way that works on the mountains, it's so much fun to climb those mountains, and the way they generate, you know, and adding the meadow biome and all those biomes. And we can't forget one of the best music discs ever, Other Side, which is genuinely one of the best songs in the game. In 1.16, of course, we missed it, but 1.16 did add Pick Step. And I know everyone here probably loves Pick Step to a degree.
Who doesn't like fixed it?
Big Step's great. But 1.17 added, and 1.17 added other side, but if we want to consider them together, we can. Benny, what do you think about the Caves and Cliffs update part 2, the cave generation? And the mountain?
No, it was good. I think what they did with everything to do with that was good. Yeah.
Do you like the changes to like generation of ores? Or do you think it was better before?
I do like the new generation because they're in veins now, and you can get more. Like, I think they balanced it out real well because the way they've done it has made everything deeper, especially like big veins of ores. So that kind of levels it out at the start of the game, where if you're going for iron, you actually have to put in some effort to go find iron.
Yes.
Whereas before that, it was yeah, you could kind of just stumble across iron anywhere and be like, oh my gosh, I have a stack, just like that, which was kind of useless.
I do miss the old, like, going mining for diamonds type thing. Like, with the haste beacon, going down to Y12 and just putting a giant beacon and then just finding every ore and stocking up. That was so much fun because back then, when I was worse at Minecrafting on controller, fighting that wither was genuinely really hard. Really hard. So beating it and then doing that, it felt like the end of the game. But I know now that's not.
I do think they stuffed up a little bit on the generation. Sorry, not generation. On the like how they decided to put the level of like diamonds lower. Like everyone knew it was level 12 before the update, and now no one really knows where the level is. It's
minus 59.
No, it's
negative
so 54.
Like, I rest my case. The point being is they didn't make it easy for us to go, oh, this is the level you find diamonds, start looking. They kind of just said it's between here and here, which is not helpful. It's not what people want. We want like people to actually go, hey, this is where you can find diamonds, start digging at this level, and it makes the game a little bit easier, which I think they failed to do a little bit when they did do that update. It was like, but yeah.
Yeah.
A quick Google search is just easily doable.
Zen, what about you?
Yeah, I really liked the cave update. When they showed images of the caves, it wasn't exactly how it was. Like some of the larger caves weren't exactly. It's kind of like Instagram versus reality. At some points, but I thought it was pretty cool. I just wish that the caves were kind of exactly like they showed off.
I will say
like
something.
They have like giant caves with giant water things that are like, insanely high. And now you get in these like caves with little patches of water.
Me and my friend had a Minecraft world, and we all played it like as a group and stuff. And we used to play it a lot, you know. We still actually, me and my friends still play it. But what was the crazy thing is diamonds used to be so common on Bedrock Edition, at least in the betas. Like when we had the experimental feature on, if we went back into right now, me and my friend could go back and down below where our original base was, you know, we could find millions of diamonds because they didn't change how they were exposed.
Still can.
Well, you can, but they were exposed in 8 veins, and you would pretty much find an 8-6 vein every time. Like in old Minecraft, of course, you would find like most of the time 6 to 8 veins, which they did change to like 1 or 2, and it's more common for like 3 to 4, like 3 at a time mostly is what you get now. But back then you get 6 to 8, 5 to 6 to 8, like commonly you get that amount of diamonds, and in between you wouldn't often get just 1. So what would happen though is that it would spawn in these caves, and you would have like I'm not lying, hundreds of diamonds in a cave. And we went tested it, we go to Fortune, we had like 20 stacks of diamonds at one point because of the amount of diamonds. Like in like an hour we had like 2 to 5 stacks of diamonds. That's insane. It was bad. It was dangerous for the game. Like we eventually, like, of course we used them all, and of course since the world's like 3 years old we don't have any of those anymore. But it was dangerous, like how much there was in diamonds, you know. There shouldn't have been that many.
Yeah.
But yes, that is 1.18. I think we're now gonna have our weekly break. Weekly break. We're gonna have our break.
Weekly.
We're gonna have our break.
Break
it's
time.
gonna be
Wait, you've got a cool song for it, don't you?
yes,
Hold
we're
on.
gonna have a
Hold on,
10-minute.
I'm just gonna make a theme song from scratch right now. Ready? Hold on. We're gonna do it.
What?
Benny. Vinny, you
No,
say your
okay,
bit of
guys.
intro.
We're going to go into break for about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on
Featuring
Zin.
Benny,
Listen, Zin.
Ryan,
Listen to
Zin,
me.
and Courtney.
If you're not back in 10 minutes, then I look. Every time you say you're gonna go get lunch break, you're gone for like 4 hours. Do not do that this time. Get back, okay? Thanks. Okay,
Side quest.
we're going. Goodbye. Stay tuned, guys, please. We'll be ready. We'll be back. Goodbye.
Stay tuned.
I'm gonna talk to you guys for just 1 minute because Zen is still making his food. So I was thinking we could just say hi. How's it going, everyone? I hope you're enjoying this so far. It's been a massive dream to talk like this and just people listen and everything. It's nice to have this. Next weekend, I would like to let everyone know, this will be announced, of course, but next weekend we will not be doing this again because no one will be available next weekend. But we also are planning a monthly show called Zephyria Monthly, which will be devlogging the actual server. Any changes we'll be talking about and plans for the future. More of like a direct style, like talk to people and players stuff and planning things all together, like for fun. So the community is part of stuff and they can recommend things. This is more just based on Minecraft. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that. Another thing we really want to do, well, I want to do personally, is I want people to engage, like ask questions in chat. If you are interested or want to know someone else's opinion on something, please type in chat, ask like a specific person a question on their opinion on a specific thing, and if it hasn't already been answered, then we will give them that, because we miss things. Like I just learned we glazed over turtle eggs and stuff, you know, like from 1.13. And we glazed over like Ravengers and Pillager, and we pretty much glazed over totems of like dying in 1.14. We glazed over 1.16, a few 1.16 things, I'm sure. 1.17 we glazed over a lot, I'm sure. Like, you know, we barely talked about axolotls. We mentioned them, but we didn't really go into them. And they have a whole feature where they can go underwater and fight mobs and stuff, and they heal, you know. So, like, if there's anything you would like to ask, just ask, because it would be beneficial. We're not all perfect. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. we are back. Our friend's in. He has decided to take he decided to take an extra little bit of time away because he's a silly man. So we are going to continue without him for right now.
It's safe to say that Zen's toilet is going to be in probably pieces.
Yeah.
By the time he comes back.
He's also just slow. I feel bad to say it. And our other friend had to go because of a dog fight, apparently. Like, the dogs started fighting and then one of them got hurt. So we are just going to... We're going to continue now. You ready?
I am 100% ready.
Okay, let's go to 1.19. 1.19 added the new mangrove swamp and finished up the Deep Dark update, the Warden. It added Skulk, Mangrove Wood, Frogs, the Warden, the Ancient City, and more. In your opinion, how good was this update? And what did you think about it? Like, what was your opinion?
The Ancient City was kind of mid, not gonna lie. The Warden was bad because it just added the most unnecessary boss
It's not a boss, though.
in the world.
Listen, it's not a boss.
It is. It's got... It has more health than the Ender Dragon.
It's
and
not.
does
That's,
more
you know
damage
why
than
that
the Ender
is?
Dragon.
Can I say this? The Warden is supposed to be a mob that's not supposed to be killed. The point of it is not to kill it.
What?
The point is to hide from it and escape it. That's literally what they said the whole time. The reason they made it super
but
powerful...
why make it so overpowered?
Because they don't want you to go after it. They want you to explore the ancient city and be quiet. That's why they added Swift Sneak and the Wool. The point is not to go in there running around. The point is to be quiet and sneaky. You're not supposed to fight the Warden. It doesn't drop anything but a Skull Catalyst, and you can get that thing. You can get the Skull Catalyst from anywhere, like in the ancient city. You can find them naturally. It's not a block that you're farming. You don't farm the Warden. You're not supposed to go for it because that's why it almost one-shots you. It's a hazard. It's like a trap. If you were too loud, it comes out and it sniffs for you. You can escape it or you can try to fight it, but honestly, you're always going to die because no matter what you do, even with God Apples, you're probably going to die. You know, the point isn't to fight it. It's not a boss. It's a hazard that's to be avoided. And that's why it's so powerful, because you don't want people to be able to cheese it with bows. You want it to be an actual hazard, you know? That was the whole
but
point.
like, I still feel like it's kind of... Yeah, see, I kind of feel like it's a silly mob anyway, because they basically put a mob in the game that you can't protect yourself from. And sure that you can be quiet and whatnot, but it can still smell you.
Mm-hmm.
And it can do, like, sonic booms. That's the most overpowered thing ever.
Yeah, but the point... Yeah, I do agree, actually. Sonic Booms... And it shouldn't be able to sniff you, and it shouldn't... And it can keep the Sonic Booms, but Sonic Booms should be more of a knockback thing and do more damage when you hit blocks. Not, like, it shouldn't be as powerful as a punch. But I do also think... Something I personally think is... And I'm going to say this. The Warden, honestly, should have been... there should have been a way to disable it temporarily with a goat horn. If you mixed it with something in the ancient city, like one of the sculpt things, what would have been really cool is if it had set up and you could like make a sonic goat horn that would scream and it would stun mobs, but it would also stun the Warden. Go boom, and it like stuns it and it freezes it for a minute, full 60 seconds, and then it can come back out. But it just makes it go away.
I think that would be so helpful, but they haven't done that, and they've just overpowered the thing.
Another thing is, the Warden, before the sniffing, was actually avoidable to a degree. If you were quiet, even if you summoned it, if you were quiet, you could get around it. But now, no matter what you do, the point of the Warden was supposed to be, if you're quiet and you're smart, you're good. But on Bedrock Edition, our good old buddy, old pal, you mess up, and you comes out, and you can't hide the sound. For some reason on Bedrock Edition, blocks that are under a chest, if that's not covered with wool, which is impossible to do because then you have to break a block, it will still send a sound to the Warden and you can still hear it. Which, guess what that means? There is no way to avoid the Warden on Bedrock Edition when you're looking through an ancient city without, like, precision. And it's absurd, the amount of precision you need. It's just not worth it. it's a nightmare. On Java, it's better because it depends on the direction. On Bedrock, it's literally any sound at all, and it senses it, which is just because Bedrock Edition is coded slightly worse, in my opinion. Another thing is specifically with the Warden is the fact that you can't win at all. When it comes out, I think there should have been a way to stun it. Yes, it can stay still, but it should, if that, or even if it's not a Goat Horn, even if it slowed it down, or maybe it took away its sense of smell, it would be cool and make it like a durability, like it has a durability since it's so powerful. Have it as a durability. It would have been a cool weapon, number one, because like if it against in the ancient city, it could have like a limited durability because it would be like a charge up. But in the overworld, when you're fighting other mobs, it would be cool like if it was like a 64 durability, so you can shoot mobs and like knock them back or freeze them. It stuns them and then they're stuck in place. Like it would stun them. A stun attack would be so cool. That's my personal opinion, though. I think the Warden should have a way to avoid it, but I don't think it should be less powerful.
I do like the attack. I do think that works quite well.
I just don't think the Warden's implemented in the best way. But that doesn't mean the Warden's bad. I think the Warden as a concept and the way it is at the moment is okay. It's not good. It's not perfect. And the loot in the place is great, like the Recovery Compass and the new music disc and God Apple's Lore. It's just the fact that the Warden itself is too hard in certain ways and too easy in certain ways. You know, it's too easy in some ways, too hard in some ways, and it's unbalanced. And if they would update it slightly to just make it, and I know the point isn't to kill it, if you aren't going to add a new item, why not make it where if you shoot it with a harming arrow or maybe make it where if you hit it in the heart, it stuns it. It doesn't do that much damage still, but if you shoot it in the heart,
that'd be good actually.
I thought in the beginning when they showed off the heart, like them aiming at the heart, imagine if you shot the Warden's heart and it stunned it. And it stuns it for 30 seconds, maybe 15 to 30 seconds, and then you can run away, and then it loses track of you completely, and so you can hide. Remove the sniffing, because smelling you, it means that you literally can't hide at all. I think you should be able to hide if you're smart and safe. I think there should be a way to avoid it, because that's the point. I think if you do all that, and you make it where you can stun it, the Warden would be a lot better. But I wouldn't call it bad, because it has changed the way people play Minecraft. People do go down there and explore. People do a lot of fun things. It's just a very flawed feature. Just like our other features that we'll be talking about in just a bit in 1.19, the Mangrove Swamp. Now, I want to start this real quick if that's okay as well, as long as it's not a bother to you. 1.19, the Mangrove Swamp, beautiful wood. I love that wood. Amazing wood. The mud, very nice. I do like the mud. Like I like how it's like a brick block. I like the smell. What in the world? I like the way it feels. I like the sounds and everything. I like the way you get it. But the Mangrove Swamp itself, oh my god, it's so laggy. And it's a nightmare to go through. I know that's the point. But getting that wood almost makes me not want to use it because of how hard it is to farm. The roots don't disappear. And I know you can insta-mine it.
Too dense. That's all.
I know you can insta-mine it. But I don't want to. I just want everything to disappear. I want to build a wood farm, and Mangrove wood can't be farmed easily. It's just not easy to farm. I don't think you can farm it. Maybe you can on Java, but especially not on Bedrock. So it's like, oh my god. Getting it is like an actual nightmare. I would just go to see if I can get... If I could just get a stack of it, it would be amazing to me. It's just disappointing to me that it is so hard to do. Another thing about 1.19, which is really cool to me, is the frogs. Now, I will be right back. I'm so sorry, everyone.
The frogs are cool.
I have to go for just 1 second, okay? I will be right back.
I'll entertain.
Entertain.
I shall.
Speak.
Well, hello, everybody.
Speak your mind on everything.
Okay, frog's good, shroomlight's good, mud good. Yes, mud good. I just looked at chat, Mr. Stance, and on the actual thing it says, that sounds inner esting.
Okay, but you're done. I'm back. Okay, we're moving on past 1.19. Frogs.
Wait,
cool.
hang on. I didn't get to. Can they hear the soundboard?
No. Don't even.
Oh.
Don't even play sound.
Oh.
Okay, we're moving on to 1.20. The Trails and Tales. We're on the final two. Zin missed 1.19. This man literally missed the whole thing. He said he's almost done. Oh my god. What is he doing? I'm texting him right now.
He's running from society. Honestly, that's a fair, that's fair. Sing the Halo theme song? Can I sing the I don't even know the Halo theme song. What is
I don't remember anything else from
it?
it.
I don't think I've ever heard.
I think I cut out a lot too.
Well, you sounded like you were swallowing a microphone, so yes.
Did I join at bedtime?
No, good. We gotta get
back.
Done. 1.20, the Trails and Tales update.
Oh yeah.
The update that added
So I hope you
camel.
don't mind, but I bring some chocolate.
Cool. The camel was added. The archaeology system. The armor trims. The pots. The new bat texture actually was a drop, and I'm just gonna combine that together. They changed around. What did they change? What else did they change? I know there was one more thing. Bamboo. Bamboo got an update with new wood and everything. Bamboo wood.
Did it? Oh yeah.
Bamboo wood does actually look good. Not gonna lie.
And bamboo being farmable as a wood source is like made it really nice for wood farming. Okay, who wants to start?
Update are we on?
Oh gosh, money fell. Zin, you start. I'm gonna let you start.
Quick! Get to Ryan's house, he's got money.
Wait. Wait, which update is this? Which update is this?
The Trails and Tales. The one with the camel and the armor trims and the bamboo wood.
Camels. My memory sucks with that update.
2023. It was a 2020.
Camels are cool.
Camels are cool? Is that all? Wait, you guys really don't remember
1.20 that is, isn't it?
Yeah, 1.20. Oh god, money. I'm just saying.
Just quickly give me a brief reminder of what 1.20 was.
It was the update that added archaeology, the armor trims, the camel.
Oh, archaeology was bad.
Oh,
I don't know a single person that's used archaeology.
I have.
Hey, Relic's a good disc.
Come on, Relic.
Relic's a good disc.
That's true.
Look, 1.20 was flawed.
I don't know anyone who's used archaeology.
I have.
Since the update.
A lot.
Really?
I love it. I like the idea of it. It could be better.
It's so pointless.
What would you do to make it better?
Armor trims are a game changer.
I would remove it. No one uses it.
What? Okay, no. Zin, go.
Armor trims are awesome. Archaeology is fun, and it still has that it still really has that Minecraft feeling of like just small new things to explore. I think they really did a good job on it, and armor trims are a total game changer. They are so nice.
Oh yeah.
Like who doesn't use like if you look around, if you play through Zephyria now, just have a look at most of the people who actually have gear, apart from me. Like pretty much all of them have their own unique armor trim.
Mm-hmm. Not gonna lie.
No one's just gone with no armor trim.
I'm not gonna lie, the only thing about armor trims that is a little disappointing is the price. It does cost too much. Like, a lot. Too much.
They just make it so you can put armor trims on weapons.
I agree.
Tool trims.
I just think armor trims are
imagine
too expensive.
a pickaxe with a little emerald thing in it.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, that would be cool. I think armor trims, being armor trims and then having weapon weapon trims and being on weapons and making armor trims go on horse armor and elytras would be cool too.
Just finishing up.
That would be nice. But weapon trims being able to go on your tools, that would be game changing too. It would just add so much extra creativity to all your tools. And elytra though, that's the only thing. That's the thing I'm so confused about. Why didn't we get armor trims available on elytra? That's the one thing that we see all the time. Hi, Icy, how's it going? Here's the thing. Armor trims on elytra would be amazing because that's what everyone's wearing. If you see multiplayer Minecraft, everyone wears elytra. So your chest plate, the coolest part of the armor trims is the chest plate because that's where it all comes together. It's the coolest designs, and it just doesn't look that good with no trim. I think it would look better if trims could go on Elytra. If it could be like cool, you know, have a new design with the cape, it would be cool. I think the only reason that's stopping it is the cape design, you know, you put on it. That is a little worrying, and I think that's probably why Mojang hasn't done it. But I think in the end, it would be beneficial to have it available. Just maybe limited
also,
designs.
I just wanna say thank you for the viewers who've been sticking around. We've been jumping from like viewers to 6 viewers to 8 viewers.
Oh yeah,
Thanks.
it's the best.
Just thanks for tuning in, even if you just tuned in briefly. Thanks.
Yeah,
a lot.
Thank you so much.
Even though this might be a little bit scuffed, the first attempt, it's really appreciated.
I think it's
Thanks,
been pretty
guys.
good for the first attempt. Like, so good that honestly, if you didn't come up with a better template, this would be what we use. So, but yeah, thank you. Okay, my opinion of 1.20 was that it was great. It was not perfect, but it also added the sniffer. Sorry for not mentioning that. The sniffer.
Ooh.
Now, people hate the sniffer. I love the sniffer. I think the sniffer is beautiful.
Yeah,
I think
it's just like a nice new thing to collect to add to your farm.
yeah, I think
It's not
it's
supposed
cool.
to be anything crazy. It's just supposed to be some nice little pet.
And
that's
everyone
rare.
says it's a problem that it doesn't have any redstone use or any great more plants. And yes, it would be nice to have more
redstone
plants.
use.
But here's the
Well,
thing.
technically, if you stick it in a boat
True.
and have a redstone clock and a piston and an end drop, okay.
I'm just saying,
So technically, it does
it's a
have
really
redstone use.
nice feature that has some problems due to the fact that it doesn't really have a use other than decoration and for fun. You go out of your way. Most people have to have a reason to go out of their way. Now, I'm not like this. I can go out of my way for absolutely anything, and I will be fine with that. But most people aren't. Like, most people aren't willing to go out of their way for something that won't benefit them in something they enjoy. Not everyone's a redstone or builder, like a builder, you know? So not everyone's going to go out for the sniffer. And even builders, I know, are just not going to go out for the sniffer because it's, number one, in a rare biome to get to. It's the cold ocean. And two, it's found rarely in archaeology underwater, which not everyone even goes underwater because you have to go and find the water breathing and stuff to get it, you know, or have respiration, and not everyone a chance. So it's not easy for normal players to get it, and it's not easy for every player to get it. It's not easy for everyone to get, and it's a little bit rare in a system that's flawed with like archaeology, which means honestly the sniffer is a mid-range item mob. Visually, to me, in my heart, it's top tier, amazing. I love it. But as something that everyone's gonna want to use, I do not think so. I think it's definitely mid. And by mid, I don't mean bad. That's normal. That's good. Good is mid. Good is good. I'm just gonna say good because mid is kind of a stupid word to say over this stuff. Most people use it to say it's bad. Good. It's good. It's just not perfect because not everyone's gonna go for it. Archaeology, I love. I think archaeology is
perfect, Ryan.
I love. Well, like I said at the beginning, I'm more positive over Minecraft than most people. I love archaeology. It's flawed.
You can't tell.
There are many flaws, though. It's too rare to find. The rewards don't always outweigh the amount of like time it takes to get there to find one. Once you get everything, there's no reason to ever go back into it ever, because like nobody. Pots are cool, but like there's not much to get from them.
I know someone turned it into a house, like fully like rebuilt the ruins into like what they thought it would have looked like. I've seen a few people do that, and that's looked really cool.
Yeah, it's just like there's no reason, there's no loot in there that it's like you have to go find it. Like,
It's not really about the loot; it's about the experience mostly.
true. It's just
It's like
it's one of those
fun,
things,
just
you know.
like exploring. It's not like you always have to have treat after every trick.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like this. No, not many players are willing to look for that type of stuff like that. Most people don't like that. Most people want to find
Most
amazing
of the time
loot.
people stumble across it. They just need a. I reckon, especially since they don't have much good loot, I reckon they should have like villagers selling maps to it or something like that. Because they're just not rare. I barely ever stumble over them. Well, my probably is mostly because I barely play on the server because I'm coding every day. But still, even if I am playing to try and get stuff, which is, I still barely ever like run into it.
Yeah. And I think that's 1.20. Now we're gonna go to the latest update, 1.21. We're not gonna go. If anyone here still remembers, we said we're not gonna go into drops because that's gonna be its own thing in the future. When next year, I think we'll probably do it next year when 1 or 2 more drops drop, so we know exactly how they're gonna work. And so because we still are in more of a like what's happening phase right now with Mochain. We don't know exactly what's happening. So we're in the final segment. This is the final update that we're going to talk about today. 1.21, the trials,
Final segment.
the tricky trials update. This added the auto crafter, new copper, the trial chambers, the breeze, the vault, and more. Zen, I'm going to let you start out the final segment. What is it about this update that makes you like?
The trial chambers. So the trial chamber, I really like it. It's like a nice thing, and I like how it challenges you depending on how many people in there. It's just the only thing that was mid about it. First of all, no offense, this is controversial to some people, but the music just don't sound like Minecraft. You don't put electric guitar in Minecraft. It's not Minecraft Dungeons. But yeah, it's just things like the mace. Like the mace is cool. You play around with it for a bit, but it's not really that used. Like, you don't just run around with a mace using it like left, right, and center.
Well, yeah, it's a situational
like super
weapon.
often.
It's a situational weapon.
Yeah, it's just there's not really any use for it. The only like the trial chamber, I reckon, is more for the experience. Like, yeah, you get some good ores sometimes, but I think it's mostly just for the fun of trying to beat it.
I had a different experience, and I'll say this
Because
when it's my turn.
most of the loot from it is like meh. Yeah, that's my opinion on it.
What do you think about the auto crafter? How much has it changed Minecraft in your opinion?
I've used it. I've used it once. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, it's going to change Minecraft forever. Wow! When I first saw it, and then I saw the. Then I went to try it. It's like, yeah, I made a couple redstone things, but then it's got lots of limitations to it. So then you have to. I thought it'd be as easy as you can just set it up to something, and then you can craft like cakes and stuff like that. But no, you have to have redstone. You still have to have redstone perfectly timing putting things into certain slots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I reckon they could have done the crafter a lot better if they made it so then, for example, if you could, like, inside the crafter, select a recipe from the crafting table, any recipe in a crafting table, and bind it to that recipe in the crafting menu, and then it would only specifically put the items exactly where those are, rather than you having to time it all with redstone. I reckon if they did that, lots more people would use it. But the only reason people really use it now, well, like, unless they're a massive redstone nerd, is basically in iron farms, turning iron ores into iron blocks to save more room in chests.
Which is still
I reckon
very
they could have done it a lot better. Yeah, they could have done it. They could have made it a lot better though, if they just added the simple thing like the crafting recipe selector or something.
Benny, how would you like to go?
I would love to.
It's been a while for him. Okay, Benny, go.
What update are we up to?
1.21.
Tricky
final,
Trials.
the new one right now.
Oh
Yeah.
look, I think I said in the video last. I think it was what was the episode that we went to the trial chamber, Ryan?
Episode 3 for you. I think it was episode 3.
Yeah, I think so. Either way, I said in that episode I've never been to a trial chamber before, and I didn't really like the look of them, but they're actually fun. Like, they're actually good.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting them to be as good as they were, and they were. They surpassed my expectations.
I think that's a lot of people. My friend wasn't really. I don't think he was very excited to try it out. Just from what he saw with the trial chambers, it just wasn't interesting. But when we went into it, he didn't say it was great, but he did enjoy it. And I think that's something that people don't realize when they see it in a trailer. It's like, what in the heck is this? But when you actually play it, it's amazing. Benny, what is your opinion on specifically the breeze?
The breeze is good. I really like the breeze. The texturing is cool. And it
Still seems like Minecraft.
It's just the breeze just looks different, and it just I don't know how to explain it. It's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a cool mob. It's an annoying mob to fight against, but it's cool.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the final segment for me. this update has been revolutionary and more than just the updates. I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to skip over slightly some of the game mechanics because I actually want to go into technical things. Performance. Oh my god. Oh my god. Performance. One of the biggest things they fixed.
It's like 1.12 all over again.
Like, it actually has...
Well, 1.12 has really good FPS, and 1.21, that's why I'm running the server on 1.21.
Like, I go to 1.19.
Can I quickly can I quickly butt in just for the technical side of side of it, just because I'm a server developer myself and coding.
Can I say
stuff.
something real quick there before?
Okay, yeah, I'll let you go.
Performance on 1.21.
There's just one, but I missed out.
Play on 1.19 and then go to 1.21 temporarily, and if you play on the latest release of 1.21.4. Now, any 1.21 is fine, but 1.21.4 specifically, your performance will double most of the time, from my experience. With the changes of spawn chunks and everything like that, my game used to struggle with, even with mods, I would genuinely struggle on 1.20 or 1.16 or 1.19, and it was a nightmare. Even with the best mods, with sodium and everything, I could not get the game to run at a speed I really liked. But then I go to 1.21, and without mods, I can play Minecraft without mods now, with no performance hiccups.
POV still plays on VSync.
Well, that depends on your monitor. I play on a computer screen or a monitor, and it's a 60 hertz one. You don't want to go above that, or it screen tears or lags more.
Oh yeah.
So,
Sure.
What's the thing is, specifically with performance, they fixed a bug in 1.21.3 or 1.21.4, where when you turn your camera, when chunks are loading, it lags. It can lag heavily. And when that was fixed, I used to think my game lagged too much. I was thinking it was crazy. But now I'm playing and I realize it was just that bug, because, yeah, the frame rate might go down to 55, but that shouldn't be noticeable. You shouldn't be able to notice a 2 frame rate difference of 60 to 58 or 59 to 60. Before, it would go down to 59 and it would literally stutter. And it's like, how does it feel like it's 20 frames per second when it goes down 1, you know? It wasn't. Now when it goes down a little bit, I'm fine with a little bit of lag, but even 50 FPS is not the worst. It used to feel like 10, you know? They definitely smoothed it out and made it a lot better. And one last thing, is then you can actually go real quick. This is technical. Go on and go what you want to talk about.
So the Zephyria currently runs on 1.21.1. Yeah, it has its downsides, but on the technical side of it, like the amount of plugin support, this is the strongest. This is the version that supports plugins so well. Like even WorldGuard, which is still 1.16 it was made for, running on 1.21, all of the plugins are so completely stable. It's like you go to any version higher or lower, which I've tried, and most of the plugins, like half of them will break. 1.21 is so much nicer for the amount of plugins that are supported, and they seem so much more stable than any other version. Like other versions that would break a bit, like I've had some plugins break, like the chest shop in this, but then after like just some small fixes, it's just on the developer. I would say if you're starting a server, especially with Paper's new thing with the plugins, which I'm sure will be a topic we talk about another time. I think the best version to develop a server on, even with the older versions like 1.12 that have really nice plugins and runs insanely well, 1.21 is the best possible version you can use for Minecraft server development. It is literally nothing can beat that. And I'm just going to take this opportunity to say now, speaking of server development, sorry to slightly switch this to something, but using people saying, oh, local host your servers, and then, but if you're doing something like a server network, yeah, you don't really want to have to explain to your parents that what happened to your Wi-Fi is it got DDoSed. But I would highly recommend using a hosting service. And the hosting service that I can't thank more for is Folium Hosting, which literally is the cheapest prices you can possibly get. Like, try and find another thing that's $1 per gigabyte. Yeah, try and find another hosting provider that has $1 per gigabyte of RAM, and also and also has Ryzen 9 7900s. Those are some of the fastest CPUs money can buy, and they're doing it for $1 per gigabyte of RAM. And I'm pretty sure, I think their RAM's either DDR4 but DDR5. It's just it's a small company, but they've got such a great team, and we would not be able to do any of this without them. Sorry
think
to switch it to promo, but
Yeah.
following
I think-
hosting, best possible server you can pick.
I think that
Server host you can pick.
I think that probably wraps today up. Other than like, I know I didn't go into like everything. I will say one thing, final thing. Creator is one of the best music discs. Suck it. It's one of the best. It has one of the best sounds.
No.
It's one of the best beats. It sounds
It
amazing.
has electric guitar.
Whatever. Anyway,
Electric guitar's cool, but it's not
long
Minecraft.
in
I think
Minecraft.
that all
Exactly.
wraps everything up today.
High five, virtual high five, ready?
Bruh. Oh my gosh. I feel so offended right now. I love Creator.
Good.
Anyway, I think that wraps everything up today, huh, guys?
I need y'all to hear me out.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
You could say one last thing. What is it?
Did you fall asleep, by the way?
Yes.
During the-
What is it? Say it
Oh.
now. Say it.
The Piglin Brute. I can't get over my
Oh
man.
my
Oh,
goodness.
okay, yes,
You and
okay,
these
guys.
Piglin brutes.
Okay, guys. Thank
Okay.
you for checking us out today.
You can use code Zephyria for 30% off your first order with Folium Hosting. Folium Hosting is the best. Thank you all for tuning into the podcast. I promise, well, next time we're going to make some slight changes, which will probably make it less delayed, and it will just be, or just have some stuff that will be a lot nicer. Plus, we're redoing our reaction roles, which means that notifications will be much easier if you want to tune into Zephyria weekly, or we're thinking of doing a Zephyria monthly. Basically, we're gonna do so. Keep an eye out for any announcements, and for those who aren't in Zephyria and have just tuned in, just to basically explain what Zephyria is really quick. It's just a server network that we're working on, which is going to be completely different to every other network. It's gonna be great. But I'd like to thank you all so much for tuning in, even if you tuned in just for like a minute or two. Like every minute, well, every second counts. Thanks a lot.
Thanks to Zen for giving us the opportunity for working on Zephyria. Thanks to me for
Thank
getting this
you.
all the idea together in like 3 days.
Did you thank yourself?
I came up with the idea on like is today Sunday? I came up with the idea on Friday and was like, I'm doing this.
You can
And that's
never
why I
thank
feel
yourself. That's
scuffed,
not how it
but I've
works.
spent the last
We
2 days
have-
working only on this, by the way. I've done nothing else really with my life. So I want to thank you
Yeah.
all. Everyone
Thanks,
can say
Ryan,
goodbye.
for creating Zephyria Weekly.
Bye-bye.
All right, see ya.
See
Use code
everyone.
Zephyria.
See you next week.
3%
I'm inside
off.
Benny.
See you next
Alright,
week.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Next week will be a little bit less scuffed. Goodbye.